Hello everyone, welcome to a galaxy far, far away, and happy 10th of December. Wow, it's already the 10th of December. There are 2 weeks till Christmas. It's amazing. Okay, behind door number 10 is a character that some of you might actually not know that well, but she's one of my absolute favorite characters. This is Ahsoka Tano. She was Padawan, which means she was a Jedi apprentice for Anakin Skywalker during the Clone Wars. So, depending on what we see the B2 heavy droid a few days back as, I would actually say that this is our second minifigure of this calendar, and she is so cool. Look at all the details. They are absolutely correct. Her clothes, completely correct. Her pigments in the face, her head tails on the things that grow on her head, and then her 2 white lightsabers. I'll get back to those later. Okay, so Ahsoka is of the race Togruta, that is characterized with these character traits that I mentioned before: the colored skin, the head tails, the white pigment patterns in the face, and the thing on her head, those 2 horns that grow up, as you can see on the top of her head, they are called Montrals. And then there are the 3 head tails, they are called Leku, that are growing downward, 2, one on each side of the head in the front, and 1 down the back. And these were fairly short when they're young. As you can see at the beginning of the Clone Wars, her head tails are not that pronounced, but later on they actually grow, and then when they reach adulthood, they will then stop growing, and then that's it. Okay, so Ahsoka is a character who was created for the TV series Clone Wars. And in the beginning, I must say, I did not really like this character. That could be because I watched Clone Wars in my late 30s, and yes, they are also definitely targeted at a younger audience, but I really felt that Ahsoka was obnoxious in the beginning. She was calling R2-D2 Artui and Anakin Skywalker for Sky Guy, and she was always getting into trouble and getting all the other characters into trouble. But then her character started to change and grow, and actually were involved in some really, really exciting story arcs, where she also started to feel the consequences of her brash actions, and actually started to not be so brash all the time, starting to learn from her mistakes and actually grow quite a bit. And she actually ends up becoming an extremely competent and likable character. And the chemistry she has with Anakin is super cool. It's really, really one of the driving factors of the series. I would like to enhance probably the most important part of her story arc during the Clone Wars, and that is in the end of the 5th season, where she is being committed, or she's being judged by the Jedi Council by a crime that she did not commit. And then a lot of stuff happens, and at the end of the day, her name is cleared, but the damage has been done, and she has lost all faith in the Jedi Order. So she leaves the Jedi Order. And that is something that Anakin takes really, really bad. And we all know what happens to Anakin after the end of the Clone Wars. So yeah, after Anakin's fall to the dark side and the birth of Darth Vader, then Ahsoka starts to work against the Empire in hiding. And actually, she's instrumental in gathering what later becomes the Rebel Alliance. And we actually get a lot of exciting story arcs from that in another Star Wars series, the one that is called Star Wars Rebels. And here, Ahsoka actually at some point in the 2nd season comes face to face with Darth Vader. And at some point in the fight, she actually breaks his helmet so that she can see his face, and then she discovers that it is actually Anakin Skywalker, her old master. And after that, she's really hit by a lot of guilt, because she starts to feel that because she left the Jedi Order and also left Anakin, that she has actually been part of the reason that he actually fell to the dark side. And that's what's being worked on in the TV series Ahsoka that you can see on Disney Plus now. And there's a 2nd season coming soon, and I can't wait for that. It is such a cool series. Okay, as you can hear, she is a really, really exciting character, an interesting character, and despite a really bad start in Clone Wars, she actually ended up becoming a real fan favorite, and I completely agree. She is really, really cool. All right, but I promised to return a little bit to her 2 lightsabers, because there is some symbolism in the fact that she chooses white swords And that is to indicate her break with the Jedi Order. She is fighting the good fight. She is definitely against the Empire and she is against evil, but she's her own thing. She's not part of the Order. She does things her way. So you could call her a rogue Jedi, but not a Jedi. She's not a Jedi. And she's also fighting with 2 lightsabers, and that's also a thing that you don't see that often. And her way of fighting is extremely cool. She has one of her swords she's basically having upside down in her hand, and then her battle stance. It looks so cool. You can see it on the pictures here. And during the Clone Wars, actually, both her blades were green. Maybe one of them was a bit more yellow-green, but green was her lightsaber color back then. And Ahsoka in the TV series is played by the fantastic Rosario Dawson, and that is a phenomenal casting. All right, a fun fact as well. In the beginning of the Clone Wars, Anakin actually called her Snips, and that is because of her snippy and sassy attitude. And seriously, okay, I could go on, but I think I'll stop here. Did you know Ahsoka already? Have you seen any of the series that she's a part of? What is your favorite Ahsoka moment? The comment section below is absolutely open. I hope you'll give this video a like, and if you aren't subscribed already, I hope you will. And I also hope that you will share this video with friends and family or anyone you think might find this interesting. I'm making these videos in English and in Danish, so if you know anyone from Denmark who might be interested, well, there's a Danish video that you can send to them. Okay, that was it for today. Please join me again tomorrow for yet another door. Bye bye.